right, y'all, come on, let's get into this word.
You got what you need, so let God be the lead and know that mountain ain't gonna move till you tell it. Quit doubting what you're feeling, gonna feel it. Give it all you got.
And it ain't just me, this for y'all too.
Group hug, nigga. Come on, Craig.
So for the past like, maybe a couple weeks, as I think back, my fiance has been pushing grace onto me, like, oh, we've been talking about the things that we've been through, and he's like, you gotta have grace for that. That's where grace come in at. That's where grace come in at. And in my mind, I'm like, no, it's wrong. And today, I got in my daily devotional, y'all, and it was talking about grace. And I'm going to share it with you, right? Yeah. Because it ain't just me. Just for you, too. So, first of all, let me just say, soon as it start off, the message is just like, just listen. Hear me out. Hear me out before you click away. Hear me out. Do not expect to be treated fairly in this life. People will say and do hurtful things to you, things that you don't deserve. When someone mistreats you, try to view it as an opportunity to grow in grace. And I was like,
here we go again.
Lord, I didn't want to hear it when he said it. But anyway. See how quickly you can forgive the one who has wounded you. Don't be concerned about setting the record straight.
Let it go.
Instead of obsessing about other people's opinions of you, keep your focus on me. Okay, that I know how to do. That I got that down pat. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Ultimately, it is my view of you that counts. I understand that too. As you concentrate on relating to me, remember that I have clothed you in my righteousness and holiness. I see you attired in these radiant garments, which I bought for you with my blood.
Let's see what else.
This also is not fair. It is pure gift. Okay. When others treat you unfairly, remember that my ways with you are much better than fair.
Hey, I forgave you.
My ways are peace and love, which I have poured out into your heart by my spirit. Now, all these facial, I'm sorry, y'all. One second. All these facials, these facial expressions,
Got to get it together.
these facial expressions that I am making is just from the pure irritation of receiving this message, because
I want to hear that.
God wants me to grow in grace. Forgive people. And it's a requirement. Forgive. You just gotta forgive. They're gonna do it. Forgive it. Let's move on, right? Okay, now, y'all ready for the takeaway?
Let's hear it.
Colossians 3:13. Make allowance for each other's faults and forgive anyone who offends you. Remember, the Lord forgave you, so you must forgive others.
You know what I think? I think he's a fruitcake.
I know it. I knew that it was gonna be something that the people did not want to hear. I knew some of us would hear it and think just like that, like, forgive. I don't want to but it's important. It wasn't until I used to have an issue with judgment, and I'm just, I'm trying to give an example, and I hope y'all hear it. I hope you understand where I'm going with this. But I used to have an issue with judgment, like judging people, and When God moved me to Fresno, because I'm from LA, so when God moved me up here by myself, just away from everything, and we started working on healing and all the issues that I had wrong with me, when He showed me myself to me, it was like that is what taught me to stop judging other people. That's how I learned it. Because I can't believe I used to think there was nothing wrong with me. I used to think I was always right. I used to think other people were the problem. I used to just, that victim mentality, it can really flip your mind and have you just oblivious to what's really going on, right? But when the Lord showed me myself, it was undeniable. It was like I don't have the I don't have the nerve, or I don't have the right. I'm sorry, not nerve. I don't have the right to judge nobody else. Look at me. Every day I'm struggling with something. Every day I do something wrong. Every day. My lips kind of dry, y'all. Every day I gotta fix something. Every day. You can't go wrong with a Vaseline, child. That Vaseline. I got a habit of biting on my lips. And y'all, like, woo. After about a couple of days of biting on my lips, it be just redness all right here. And that Vaseline bring it all back together, child. Oh, that's a little bit too much. Anyway, let's get, my bad. So after all these, back to what I was saying, after everything that the Father was showing me about me, that's how I learned to be more patient with other people. Like, cause driving for Lyft, do y'all know I see so many types of people, so many personalities, so many just ooh, and it be like, cause you got problems too. Don't you dare judge them. And you know what? I find myself enjoying them a lot more. I find myself laughing with them a lot more. I find myself talking with them like I can relate to them. Like, whatever you see in somebody else, like what they should be doing, whatever you find is wrong, look at how they can't even see it. They have no idea that, well, some of them, they really just have no idea, like, what it really looks like. And I only know that because when I was in LA, it was so many things going on with me and my friends and my coworkers and everything, and I was always the one that was right. I was always the one. I didn't even do nothing. I didn't even do nothing. I didn't even say nothing. I don't know what her problem is. I don't know what his, like, it was, but I'm the common denominator. Like,
didn't see that coming.
I'm not saying that people didn't, judge me and were jealous. I'm not saying none of that took place. All I'm saying is I did respond.
Who you talking to?
And my response was adding fire to the flame. Because, I got my pride and I got my ego and I ain't no punk. I got that attitude, so I'm responding to them. They coming at me and it's a tug of war, like, but now I'm more patient with people. As soon as I get that thought of what in the world, I'm reminded of me again. Like, because you got issues too. You ain't all together. God is like, you need me every day. So Colossians 3:13 really hit home for me today, y'all, because it helped me to see the bigger picture. Like, you don't want to give the grace, But God gave you all the grace you needed for everything that you did. He gave you the he was so just it's okay. It's all right. Let's work on it. Let's make it better. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's work on it. Let's make it better. Let's fix it. Let's get to the root of it. Let's get to the source of it. He is so loving with us. He is so patient and so kind-hearted with us, and that's how we need to be with other people. Is it gonna be easy? Like me and my mom, we don't have a relationship right now because she has some things that seem right to her, and the way she grew up with her mom and all of that comes into play. I have my feelings on what I think a mother should be to her daughter and whatever, and but I'm doing the work. I'm trying to, and I don't know if God will ever restore my relationship with my mother, but in faith, because you never know what God will do. I'm doing the work. He's teaching me how to have grace with people. Like, it takes so much patience to have grace. And I know how to be patient, but the grace part of it is laying down my attitude, laying down my pride, laying it down and just being like, instead of flying off the handle, like, all right, I didn't like that, but maybe what made them do that? Or what made, what? Is something going on with them that caused them to do that? And you know what? I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue anymore. I don't want to fight anymore. I just want to be in peace, serene, have a beautiful relationship with my mother. I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. Like, whew. I think I got to get into a habit of saying, like, all right, mama. All right. Okay. All right. And my mama is a lot like me. Like, she gonna catch it and be like, what's up with all that? All right. Say what you want to say. Say what you got to say. I raised you to speak your mind. That's my mother. So, where I think it will come across more effective is if I remove the attitude, I remove the temper, I remove the sassiness and all that, remove all of that and just, well, mama, I didn't understand, like, when you was like, da da da, whatever, and, like, I didn't get that, and it just rubbed me the wrong way. I gotta get into a habit of apologizing a lot more. I'm not a mother, so I don't know what that's like, but what I do know is what my mama did for me growing up, the sacrifices that she made. So I can't say the woman don't love me, right? Because she could have left me by the wayside and continued on with her life. But she did what she had to do to make sure I was straight. And that's what's pushing me to walk by faith, to improve my temper and improve my thinking and have more patience and learn how to walk in grace, with people. That way God can restore the relationship, because if I'm still erratic in my behavior, why would he restore it? So we can be right back at point A? Like, what's the point? No, I'm using this time to work on myself with the Father's help, and I can feel the growing. I can feel something evolving in me. I can feel something changing in me. Like, I can feel the grace, the seed of grace just uprooting the more I spend time with the Father. And it's a beautiful feeling, because there is no irritation. There is no anger. There is no bitterness. It's just, you know what? I forgive you and it's okay. Like, a lot, like, when you have a relationship with somebody, this is what you have. This is how you should look at it. This is how I look at it. You know how they say, be the difference you want to see. All right. So how I understand that is, in my relationship with my mother, if and when God restores it, I'm assuming I'm 90% of the relationship, because that way I'll get back what I give, or I'll give what I want back. So because I've done the work and I've been prepping myself for a better relationship, I'm assuming 90% responsibility of it. That way I know in my heart I did the very best that I can do. I did the very best that I can do. And this is what my fiance has been trying to get me to understand. And I just been pushing him and pushing him like, no, I don't like this and I don't like that. And he's like, you have to have grace with people. And then he told me, he said, how do you think I learned patience? I'm like, he said, I learned it from you. I have to be patient with you because, we were friends first. And he didn't really understand that we're in a relationship now. So we got to make that transition from a friendship to the relationship, because the expectations are different. And I had to explain to him that I'm still me, but my expectations are different from those where coming from a friendship standpoint. In a relationship standpoint, from a relationship standpoint, this is what I expect. This is how I want you to be. And I'm teaching him how to go back and forth, in a way that I can tolerate, because us in our friendship, we working on it. It's taking a lot of work. So, but he's trying to show me how to have grace, and how to have a high tolerance for people. You gotta have a high tolerance for people. You have to, like my devotional said, people, they're gonna do, nobody is perfect. Somebody is going to upset you. Somebody is going to do something or say something that you are not going to like.
Man, I just. All right, you right.
And ooh, we have to learn what to do with our emotions. That's just what we gotta learn. I don't even know if I'm gonna put no edits in this part right here, because I'm being real transparent with y'all right about now. I mean, do I want my relationship with my mother? Yeah, I do. I oftentimes think about her heart. I think about what the Father is doing in her heart. I think about, is she the same person? Like, do she think the same? Does she have the same temper? Like, cause my mom, she can say some stuff, and it's just like, I can hear you, right? So
Be patient.
I worry about those things. I really think about them, like, how is this gonna go? Like, because when people are talking to you, like, you can't hear them, like you ain't got feelings, like you just a wall that that ain't got no response. You ain't got no mind. You can't comprehend nothing they saying. When people come at you like that, it's like, is the disrespect intentional? Like, what's going on here? I mean,
God sent you here to test me. But guess what?
but I hope that this message was helpful. I hope, if you listen to it, it should be helpful, because I'm sharing with y'all how I received it and it helped me. So if you receive it, it's gotta help you. It's gonna help you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for every subscriber and visitor. Thank you guys for your continued support. And I it's getting real. It's getting real. You know, this growth process with the Father is getting really real, because he is, when I say he is in the soil with it, like, yeah, he uprooting all kind of stuff. So y'all be blessed. Pray, stay prayed up. Seek the will of God for your life continuously. And no matter what, do your best. No matter what you may feel, no matter what your feelings is telling you, do what you know you should do. You know, like, try to operate more in the spirit, because that's really where the growth has to happen. That's where the fruit is. That's where the real blessings are. You know, how we develop in the spirit. That's the focus of God. What's going on in the spirit. Okay? But if y'all made it this far, like the video, comment down below. And until the next video, you know, when I get another word, I got you. Peace.